Why didn't you charge him?
Because I convicted him and he's serving 4 consecutive life without the possibility of parole. It seemed like other resources could be utilized in other places.
How do you believe that you could have prosecuted Mr. Dow for a murder in California in the state of Nevada?
I believe Nevada's long-arm statute, particularly because both the motive and the murders and that was directly related to it, that I believe that I probably could make a legal argument to a court that would allow me to prosecute Mr. Dow.
Now, y'all listen to me. You see how fast that bigot bitch came up with Nevada long arm of the law statute? Where in the fuck is that at? Because I've been searching for it. I've been looking for it. I've been looking for it. I've been trying to find Waldo like a motherfucker. I want to know where that's at. See how he make up shit? And he need to be held accountable for that. Because if he got that kind of ingenuity off the dribble to lie and make up and create some shit, you need to check everything out about this motherfucker right here. He's despicable. This bitch right here, he is the worst of the worst. He is the grand poobah of racism. He is the top-notch official of them all. This bitch right here, anybody, and Michelle Levitt, she showed that she is a co-conspirator in this injustice right here. She's rolling along with this because there's no way that this woman can sit there and have a the judicial process in her brain to be able to say, I'm going to bifurcate, because that's one of the words she used on me. I'm going to bifurcate. I'm going to, I'll give you cause but not prejudice. This would have been said in the earlier proceeding when I had a writ of habeas when the lawyer come to court and he ain't even a lawyer. Because he's a white man, no, she let him go. If he was black, she would have told him, hey, nigga, put your hands on top of your head, don't lock your fingers. I'm sending a patrol car to come get you. The man admitted that he wasn't a lawyer. This is what she do. So again, now we're in another situation where she says she doesn't believe Mutan. Okay, it go right back to it. You ain't got to believe him. He's in jail. Believe the government records. And then you hear this racist ass Wahoopi talking about Nevada long arm of the law statute. Where is that at? Where is that at? Who are you talking to? But see, the other bigots that like him, they're laughing at that. They pat him on the back. That was great, man. We like how you just came off the dome with that. That was beautiful. Come on, man, it ain't no such thing as Nevada long arm of the law statute.
Have you ever in your career used the long arm statute to prosecute someone for a murder outside of the state of Nevada?
Depends on how. We oftentimes have bodies that are found outside of the state of Nevada, and sometimes we don't know where the killing occurred. The kidnapping may have occurred in Clark County, and their bodies are found either in Arizona or California, and we have prosecuted those cases not knowing necessarily where the killing occurred. I specifically remember doing a trial where that was the case. He was taken from his home in Henderson but was killed in California.
But so the answer to my question is you have never prosecuted someone for an alleged murder that occurred outside of the state of Nevada in Nevada, correct? You never prosecuted a case such as that in Nevada.
I have. Well, Sean Pritchett. Sean Pritchett killed his victim in California, and we prosecuted, convicted him, and sentenced him to life without the possibility of parole here in Nevada.
Okay. I bet my motherfucking appeal on it that he's lying right there. I bet my soul on it that bitch ain't prosecuted Sean Pritchett for a crime in California and convicted him in Las Vegas. How much you want to bet? I bet my soul. See how much of a liar this motherfucker is? This is the shit that gets me so, I get upset and I go in and, I got a better vocabulary than cussing a motherfucker out, but I can't do nothing but go there like this with these people. Motherfucker act like I'm not supposed to be mad about this. I caught you, bitch. You are caught. And he's on this stand, constantly consistently and consistently telling a lie, creating as he go on. See, and one thing that I know about him, this is the way you can tell that he is telling a lie. Soon as he start talking, just know he's going to create and go into his verbal gymnastics. This bitch right here, I'm talking about, he is the best I've ever seen when it comes to lying on the stand. There's nobody better than him. He's the best. He's the best of the best. See, and this is why a motherfucker gotta have if you don't have the money to get an attorney from out of state, you in trouble. You in trouble. Because what this bitch is showing, DeMarco is doing his job. This bitch will not let DeMarco have no leverage, none whatsoever. And she already got her mind made up. Because the Giacomo is part of the good old boy network. See, and this is what y'all got to pay attention to.
But you would agree, sir, that when you are using alleged evidence that was from another state, such as in this case, you yourself, if you're investigating in this case, you were investigating in this case, and your investigators and people that are performing tasks in your direction, that would be a joint investigation. You would agree?
No, I wouldn't agree, but okay.
Why don't you think that's a joint investigation?
A joint maybe it's the terminology, but in the joint investigations that I've been involved with, there was multiple homicide detectives assigned from several different agencies seeking to investigate a particular event. That was not the situation that I was faced here. I would not call this a joint investigation in the least bit.
Okay. You agree that you're aware of there's cases that say, as a prosecutor, you are responsible for the knowledge of law enforcement agencies in a joint investigation is imputed to the prosecutor. You're aware of that, correct?
I don't know what you mean by that. I am responsible for Brady/Giglio, and I know we keep calling it Brady, but all of this is Giglio information. Giglio information that is associated with the investigating agency of the underlying case.
Now, Giglio, Brady, bitch, cat food, dog food, same motherfucking thing. See, these are the terms, and then these are all those terminology. You are responsible for the whole case investigation from the beginning, the middle, the end. Let us get right back to the meat and potatoes. Antoine Mouton is in jail, a.k.a. Antoine Cantrell is in jail from November the 28th till December the 5th. I don't give a fuck how you slice it, cut it, serve it, twist it. You can do whatever you want to do with it. The fact is the facts. He's incarcerated, and Andre Dow is still in jail right now.
You're aware of the case Kyles versus Whitney?
Sure.
And that case holds also in part the duty of disclosure, includes materials in possession of all state agents connected with the prosecution, including police and other investigative agencies. You're aware of that, obviously, Mr. DiGiacomo, correct?
Yeah, I don't have any authority over any agency other than an agency within Clark County. So I recognize what you're trying to say, Kyle says, but I'm not going to agree with you that I have the ability to compel another jurisdiction. In fact, I know I can't because I got told in this case I can't compel another jurisdiction to provide me any information.
You're also aware, Mr. DiGiacomo, that there's also established case law, including federal case law, such as Aguilar v. Woodford, United States versus Wood, which also hold that deliberate investigative errors of law enforcement are imputed to the prosecuting agency, correct?
Sure, the investigative agency. So it would be, in my mind, Metro. If Metro did something in this particular case, it would be imputed to the state.
And not only what Metro did, but in the context of Mr. Mouton acting as a witness in this case where he gave statements to law enforcement in California, and you were using and working with California law enforcement agencies that would be imputed to the state of Nevada and the Clark County District Attorney, correct?
I haven't done the research, but I don't know that I would agree with that particular statement from you, because the entire idea of imputation is that I had the ability to get it.
Let me give you a hypothetical, Mr. Giacomo, that, well, let me ask you, were you aware that Mr. Mouton was in jail in Georgia on December 5th, 2005, prior to the deposition in this case?
I would say no.
Well, you somewhat
Well,
hesitated, but did you know that?
Well, when you say no, the question is had I run an NCIC? Was that record on the NCIC, and was that NCIC turned over to the defense? The answer is yes. Did I go searching to see the dates of his booking and release? The answer is no. I didn't do any research into that particular fact.
Okay. Why not?
Well, it's not my job to do the defense attorney's investigation. I provided what I was legally required to provide. If they wanted to investigate and make some determination, one, and two, I think it's completely immaterial because the witness never gave a date as to when his conversation with Mr. Dow occurred.
You gave him the date on 2 occasions,
I
correct?
misspoke on 2 occasions, that's
Okay.
correct.
You led him to December 5th, 2005 in the depot, correct?
I did not. I never said December 5th, 2005. I said December 5th.
2006.
I said December 5th, actually. I never said a year. I just said December 5th. I meant to say December 05 is my recollection.
But you said December 5th in the deposition, correct?
And I should have said December 05.
Okay.
You're right.
But you said December 5th. You agree with that?
Yes, because I listened to because my first reaction was obviously that's a misstatement because the witness never once told me a date. I listened to the jabs. It does sound like I say 5th and not 05.
Do y'all hear that diabolical bigot? Did you see him trying to get out of that December the 5th date that he told him? Now, again, he said it twice. So you're trying to tell me that this man didn't review the transcripts, and then from the evidentiary hearing that happened August 28, 2005, August 28, 2007 was the day that he gave this first testimony that he had this December the 5th that he elicited from him. He solicited that conversation. He the one who told Mouton that December the 5th, and Mouton said correct. Not only did he do it then, he did it at trial July 17, 2008. Here's the whole kick and caboodle. Bitch, you was supposed to know that he was in jail. But what it was, I know that you knew that. Because you was freestyling and you didn't care nothing about that. See, this is why they sealed the first testimony August 28th. They sealed it. Now, let me tell you what's so cold about them sealing it. I have to rely on what the attorneys, Tony Scroll, Jonathan Fuen, Tony Scroll, Jonathan Powell, and Eric Ferran have, what they tell me. And guess what? They working for the prosecutor. Because let me tell you how all that unfolds. I pay Tony Scroll, the lawyers from Beverly Hills, Tom Brackey, Jonathan Fuen. They hijacked me for my royalties. You need to know that. They hijacked me for my royalties. The plan was all one scheme. They was all together in this shit. All of them was in cahoots. Tom Brackey and Jonathan Fuen send the money directly from their office to Tony Scroll. Once Tony Scroll get my money, he doesn't come to court anymore. He sent they have a court like week before trial. 2 weeks before trial. So they come and they tell Stuart Bell, hey, Tony Scroll is going to be out of the country flying in. So that's the cue. As soon as they say that, Stuart Bell jump in. They already got this shit plotted and planned.
You have 1 minute left.
Stuart Bell jumps right in. Well, I'm going to appoint you to represent Mr. Dow in a trial. I jump up. Hold on, man. I don't even know them. Especially Jonathan Powell. I don't even know. He'd never been in none of my court days. I need time to give me another attorney. This is what this bigot say. on the record. He said, I don't give a fuck if you go get Bozo the Clown. He better be ready. Why is he frustrated like that? Because unbeknown to me, I had made a record. And what he did by doing that was deny me my Sixth Amendment right to counsel of choice. This is what this bigot did. He was upset because I said something. And that's an automatic reversal. That's a structural error. It gets no more egregious than that. And a structural error is an automatic reversal.